I'm here with Mary Colwell. You're here at the Bird Fair, so can you tell us sort of what brings you here and your passion?
I'm at the Bird Fair because why wouldn't you be at the Bird Fair if you care about the natural world? I also have a little charity called Curlew Action, which campaigns for curlews in the Eurasian curlew, but increasingly curlews worldwide. I also passionately believe that no conservation will succeed anywhere in the world unless people want it to succeed, and therefore my sort of deep-seated belief that nature education is probably one of the biggest agendas of the 21st century. Not probably, is, because we are in a world where people don't understand nature, and if you don't understand it, you don't really care about it. If you're not taught about it, why would you know about it?
Yes.
So I'm here for three reasons: because Bird Fair is always great to be at. Secondly, because it's about birds, and curlews are a wonderful, deep-seated passion of mine. And thirdly, because nature education is something that means a lot to me, and this is a good audience to talk to about that.
Yes. And so what do you do sort of outside of here in terms of sort of the education, first of all? What, are you sort of involved with schools and...
Well, what I do, I'm a really battle-hardened, weary old warhorse, because I've been campaigning for a GCSE in natural history since 2011, and it looks now like it's going to actually become a reality, and so we'll just be working really hard on that. There's still work to do to get it right.
Yes.
So we're campaigning for a better. We're campaigning to hone down what the GCSE will be and why, and make it the best it can possibly be.
Yes.
I mean, my vision is to produce whole generations of field naturalists who have the skills to know, understand, observe, record, notice change, be able to name things, be able to see the interconnection between species, its environment and us. That's what I want to happen. And so I'm right and still in full-on campaigning mode, but also talking to politicians, talking to schools, talking to teachers, talking to young people, and all that goes alongside, for me, very naturally, campaigning for curlews.
Yes. No, it is so important, the work you're doing, and it's good to see that it's possibly coming to fruition, as well. So, yes.
Yeah, I hope so. And we live on hope, don't we? That's why we're here. You wouldn't be here if you'd lost hope.
No.
So hope to me is what keeps everybody getting up in the morning, and
it does,
and keeps everybody coming to Bird Fair every year.
Yes.
And I think of the GCSE in natural history. I call it a GCSE in hope, because future generations, if you've got knowledge, you've got power,
that's it.
And if you've got power, you can use it for good. You've also got peace. I think it's all interconnected.
Yes, and essential for our future, isn't it?
Absolutely.
As well.
The future of the planet and the resources, for wildlife, for healthy environments, but also it's essential for us individuals to give us a sense of well-being, a sense of joy, a sense of wonder, a sense of being in awe of the planet we live on. And to me, that's missing so much, and it's in every single one of us. We just need to peel back the layers of stress and release it.
Yes, very, very right. Yes. And you work with the curlews, so how did you get sort of into that? Were they something you've always appreciated, had a passion for?
I can't answer that question. I have no idea why curlews. Maybe I was one in a previous life.
Yes.
I don't know. They just, the way they sound, the way they look, the way that their voice, the way they carry themselves in the world is something that means a lot to me. They're understated, and yet they're not. So they're not as showy as eagles or puffins, but they have this voice which moves people to tears, and I love all that about them. And I don't want future generations to walk this planet and not hear that sound.
No, which again is something that's happening, isn't it, with the way, sort of farming, housing, as well, isn't it?
We're just squeezing out wildness, and we're squeezing away beauty, because at the moment we're not giving it the voice to fight the financial spreadsheets. They're not there in the transactions that we use to make policy. But if we can give the curlew's voice and the curlew's presence a value to people, they have a value to people, thinking the value in the economic system, I think we're more likely to do that. We just have to really, really want them in our lives, and we'll make it happen one way or the other.
And I think that's it, especially if you're passionate about it, then you can get the word out, can't you?
Yes.
And coming to events like this, as well. How long have you been coming to Bird Fair?
I've been coming to Bird Fair for years, actually, quite a few years. I meant to be here last year, but I got COVID. But it's just a highlight of the year. I mean,
Yes.
it's just sort of a place where you go and think, this is my tribe.
Yes.
This is where and there's nothing wrong with that. If
Yes.
people say, oh, everybody's just, there's not enough different sorts of people, well, always welcome different sorts of people, but there's nothing wrong with feeding those of us who need a fix every so often to keep us going,
That's it. It just sort of coming here, sort of sense of community,
and you think, yeah, it's worth it.
It really is. That's it, and like-minded people, and makes you also feel as though you're doing the right thing, and it's being recognised and heard.
And also, you just learn so much. I mean, I learn something all the time. I just can't get to enough talks.
Yes.
So I think it's about constantly opening your mind and your heart to new things, new ideas, learning facts about things, places, birds I knew nothing about, and it's very humbling as well.
Yes, no, it is. And what's next for you, Mary?
What's next? We've got some big networking events coming up where we get field workers from across Europe. I mean, the people who do the field work, the people who dig the holes and put up the fences and put the rings on the birds and do the tracking and the data collection. Get all of them together from across Europe to talk about best practice and shared experiences. We constantly work on always campaigning for the GCSE, and that's not going to stop over the next few months till we get it right. We also want to hold a World Curlew Symposium, because it's not just about the Eurasian curlew, it's about curlews of the world. All of them are in trouble, and all of them are telling us about landscapes. Because they're ground nesting birds, everything we do is on the ground. And if they're screaming, the earth is screaming. So if they're disappearing, something precious is going. And so if we can use the charismatic and wondrous power of the curlew to bring people together, to focus on big issues, that's what I'd like to do.
Well, I wish you well with that, and enjoy the rest of the Bird Fair.
I will.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.